Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Shreya Dhoundial. As always, it is very, very good to see you. Today, ladies and gentlemen, the nation wants to know, should India talk to Pakistan? Should we restore full diplomatic ties with our backstabbing neighbor? Should we open up our borders for trade once again? Ladies and gentlemen, these are questions being debated this evening after yet another push for Aman Ki Asha. 117 intellectuals and political leaders from India and Pakistan, many more from India than from Pakistan, have written a letter to the Prime Ministers of both India and Pakistan urging them to normalize ties. This, ladies and gentlemen, a year after Pahalgam, where 3 Pakistani terrorists killed 26 Indian citizens after identifying them as Hindus. What do the peaceniks want this time? Well, amongst other things, they want a restoration of diplomatic ties. They want both countries to open up their airspace and trade routes. They want to revive bus and visa services. They say that the next generation deserves better ties between the two neighbors. Essentially, they are saying, end the endless hostilities. Now, amongst those who have signed on are the usual suspects: Manishankar Iyer, Farooq Abdullah, Mehbooba Mufti.
PDP's agenda has always been that Jammu Kashmir, which has become a bone of contention between our country and Pakistan, has to become a bridge between the two sides. And I'm happy that, RSS senior leadership like Hosbole and then Mohan Bhagwat, they have also endorsed this stand that, there has to be a dialogue between the two sides. There has to be, exchange of people between the two sides. Negotiations should happen. So this is not something new that PDP is talking about. Even SAARC is being held hostage to the animosity between the two countries. I don't think there is anything wrong, if you open Jammu Kashmir from all the sides on LOC, on LAC with China, it will be a bridge, not between India and Pakistan.
तो हमने इसको हमेशा सपोर्ट किया है और इसी तनाजुर में मैंने पिछले जुमा को भी जो बात कही कि अगर ईरान और अमेरिका मेज पे आ सकते हैं तो हिंदुस्तान और पाकिस्तान भी मेज पे आ सकते हैं और हम तवक्का रखते हैं कि मैंने उसी तनाजुर में जो है वो जो इंडिया की जो लीडरशिप है उनको भी अपील की है कि वो भी डायलॉग की जो है वो राह उसको इख्तियार करें, क्योंकि जंगों से मसले हल नहीं होते। जो मसले हल होते हैं वो जो है बातचीत से होते हैं।
महात्मा गांधी का मानना होता था हमेशा से कि राज्य और वहां के नागरिकों में एक फर्क हमें करना होगा। हम पीपल टू पीपल जो एक कांटेक्ट है उसकी बहाली, क्योंकि देखिए बाकी चीजें राज्य के समक्ष जटिलताएं होती हैं, उन जटिलताओं को आप समझिए। जल का मामला है, आतंकवाद का है, हम सब कई ऐसी विसंगतियों को भी देख रहे हैं। पहलगाम के ठीक बाद आप क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं दुबई में, क्या हाथ नहीं मिलाएंगे? मतलब ये पाखंड है कि नहीं? इस तरह के पाखंड से बचने का एकमात्र उपाय है कि आप एक तरफ आप ट्रैक टू डिप्लोमेसी में लगे हुए हैं, राम माधव जी का नाम आ रहा है, अभी कभी आकर के हल्का डिनायल होता है।
Ladies and gentlemen, it's not like India has not given peace a chance, but history shows us that it has never ended well for us. Just take a look at the graphics on your screens. The Kargil war, the parliament attack, the Pathankot air base, all of these happened after peace talks with Pakistan. Today, when asked if Pakistan is worth the effort and can be trusted, this is what O.P. Shah, the man who drafted this letter and the man who heads the Center for Peace and Prosperity, is saying.
It is true that we had difficult relations with Pakistan, but it is also true sometimes when we had good relation with Pakistan, both the countries stood to gain. So it must be the effort of every well-meaning person in the subcontinent to make efforts so that the situation can be changed. There is a trust crisis. We don't have trust in each other. Let us try and work for creating a climate of trust and confidence. Once that happens, things will improve. It will be good for both the countries.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan may be sitting on the US-Iran peace table, but fact is that it is parched for options right now. After Pahalgam, India shut the Indus water tap. the sweltering record-breaking heat this year, compounded by El Nino, has Pakistan running dry. In fact, to rally international opinion, the Pakistan government hosted an international conference with Bilawal Bhutto and Hira Rabbani Kar as its principal speakers. Listen in to their desperate cries.
We all know that the architects of the previous order currently are no more the architects of the previous order, and as it was created, in some ways have not been able to hold the positions that made them the architects. And we also know that the architects of the new order are likely to not emerge from the architects of the previous order. So right now, everybody is in a flux. And there is no one who's here to preserve the international common goods, or what we call the global goods. Preserving treaties, abiding by international law, are common goods. Because today it is Pakistan's water, tomorrow it will be some other country's water.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan, of course, will benefit from coming back to the talk table with India. Question is, will India benefit? It is not just the Center for Peace and Progress, a track-through mechanism that is pushing India to keep its door open to Pakistan. The BJP's own ideological fountainhead, the RSS, has been advocating the same for the last few months. In fact, just 15 days ago, the RSS boss, Mohan Bhagwat, backed his number 2, Dattatreya Hosbole, and said, we are not Hitler. We should keep some doors open to Pakistan.
If the Pakistan is the pinpricks it's trying to give, like in Pulwama, etc., we have to answer wholesomely according to the situation. Because the security and self-respect of a country and a nation has to be protected, and the government of the day should take note of it and take care of it. But at the same time, we need not close the doors. We should always be ready to engage them in dialogue. That's why diplomatic relations are maintained.
Okay.
Trade and commerce goes on.
Yeah.
Visas are being given. So that we should not stop it. But because there should be a window for always for a dialogue.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here are where things get interesting. The opposition Congress had called the RSS traitors when they spoke of talks with Pakistan. But today, in the letter of peace, they are non-committal. Listen into Jairam Ramesh.
The Prime Minister Modi should have a discussion. The Pakistan policy, like foreign policy, whether it's China, whether it's Pakistan, this has to be discussed with opposition parties. Your fundamental premise was that we must isolate Pakistan because it is continuing to sponsor, orchestrate, support terrorism in India, of which Pahalgam. The Prime Minister should call opposition parties and say, this is the challenge, these are the challenges we are facing with China, and I want to build across the party consensus. These are the challenges I'm facing in relation to Pakistan. Give us your ideas and let's formulate a national response. He's never done that in 12 years.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the government of India on its part has been clear. Blood and water, terror and talks cannot flow together. India's foreign secretary said that the track 2 with Pakistan can do exactly what they want to do, but track 1 is certainly not on track. The BJP saying pretty much the same thing today.
Dozens of these kinds of events take place in dozens of places around the world on a whole variety of subjects. So there's nothing new, nothing special about these events. As far as we are concerned, these are private events organized by private parties. There's nothing official about them, as far as we are concerned. I mean, obviously, I cannot speak for the government of Pakistan, but as far as the government of India is concerned, there is no official participation, no official support or involvement in these visits. When they participate in such events, they speak for themselves. In any way, they cannot in any way represent the view of the government of India.
एक तरफ ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के माध्यम से हमने घर में घुसकर मारा आतंकियों को, एक नया नॉर्मल सेट किया, जिनका पुराना नॉर्मल था कि 26/11 के बाद कुछ मत करो, मोस्ट फेवर्ड नेशन स्टेटस दे दो। ये दिखाता है कि कैसे ये सेना विरोधी ये चाहते हैं कि आतंकवाद पर कोई कार्रवाई ना हो। ये दरअसल सॉफ्ट कॉर्नर ऑन टेररिज्म रखते हैं और बार बार चाहे कांग्रेस हो, उनका इकोसिस्टम हो या इंडिया अलायंस हो, वो इस प्रकार की बातें करता है।
So, ladies and gentlemen, a few simple questions this evening. Why was the peace letter written? Why should India talk to Pakistan given our past experiences? And even if we do, who should we talk to? Asim Munir, the architect behind Pahalgam? That's the question this evening. Tushar Gupta, political analyst, joining us on the broadcast. Manish Barrier, thank you very much. Professor Geeta Bhatt, representing the RSS this evening. Ahmad Ayaz is a political analyst. Imran Ahmad Ali is a lawyer, political analyst. And very importantly, Saifuddin Soz is one of the signatories of the letter. He is joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Soz, I'm of course going to come to you first because I have a couple of questions for you. Saifuddin Soz, can I ask you what exactly was the purpose of framing this letter to the prime ministers of both Pakistan and India?
You see, I have known O.P. Shah for a long time. Recently, he was in Srinagar and he came to my residence and then wanted me to sign a document. That document sought India and Pakistan to sit across the table and talk on issues. As O.P. Shah explained in that letter that this is the best way. I said, I have no hesitation. I signed. I stand by my gesture to O.P. Shah. That, you see, you have to ultimately talk. Any treaty in the world, behind those treaties, there was so much, you see, difference of opinion. People have gone to extremes. Ultimately, they come to the table and talk in minutes and talk for peace. And that worked all the time in the world. And similarly, O.P. Shah will succeed one day because he thinks that India and Pakistan can carve out a best future.
Mr. Soz, but that belief has to be rooted in reality. Look at what the reality is. I'm asking you this question because you're a veteran politician. You've seen India and Pakistan's relationship very closely. Mr. Soz, look at what the reality is. Every time India has talked, whether it is the bus that Vajpayee ji took, whether it is the trip that Prime Minister Modi took, what happens after all these peace initiatives? Barely months later, there is a terror attack. It has happened in the parliament was attacked, the Pathankot air base was attacked, Kargil happened. My point is, फायदा क्या है ऐसे लोगों से बात करने का, Mr. Soz?
लेकिन देखिए एक चीज है, अगर इसी से हम घबरा जाएंगे, ये तो 1000 बार ये गलत हो गया, लेकिन एक चीज है, we have to live hopefully in the world. We must resolve in the realm of mind that we will contribute to the movement which brings about cordiality between India and Pakistan.
But what is the problem with the situation right now? No war, no peace. The situation is okay. We don't gain anything if Pakistan wants peace right now. We don't gain anything.
You are right. I agree with you. Pakistan may have gone wrong many times, but we have to live with the hope that one day Pakistan will understand the best interest of the subcontinent lies in this unfettered talks, and talks will generate peace and cordiality between the two countries. And together, India and Pakistan can contribute much to the Asia's security, to the world security, world peace. So here is hope. We must live for hope. अभी हमारे एक बड़े poet हैं, Bashir Badr, one of, I think, greatest poet this time is Bashir Badr. He says in a couplet, दुश्मनी जमकर करो, पर इतनी गुंजाइश रहे, फिर से जब हम दोस्त हो जाएं तो शर्मिंदा न हो. We must live for hope, for a abiding friendship between India and Pakistan.
So, Saab, I've heard you out. You have listed your reasons for signing on to that letter. I would urge you to stay back on the show and listen to other opinions, because there are opinions coming in on what you and 61 other Indians have done. If you have the time and the inclination, I'll request you to stay on, maybe answer a few questions as well.
I will do that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Grateful for it. Tushar, would you want to come in? We have to live in hope. You cannot, you can choose your friends. You cannot choose your neighbors. Ultimately, Soz Saab is saying, देखो जो कुछ भी हो, Iran and America को भी peace table पे आना ही पड़ा. That these are your neighbors. It's best to keep peace with them.
lack of a better word, this entire mindset stems from delusion. I'm using the word delusion here. 80 years, you gave them an opportunity for peace. Every time they backstabbed you. They are preparing their kids to say कि हम India gate पे beef के kebab खाएंगे. They release adverts like that with children saying that we'll convert Hindus, we'll make RSS clean toilets, we'll make the Indian Army clean toilets. And here we have people saying, oh वो couplet पढ़ो, वो कविता पढ़ो, उसमें लिखा है गुंजाइश होनी चाहिए. What kind of delusion is this? They come to our territory, they send terrorists to our territory who kill husbands before their wives by asking their religion. इनके साथ बात करें. ये हमारे सोल्जर्स का जो सर अलग करके बॉडी से भेजते हैं वापस, इनसे बात करें. वाजपेयी went to Lahore, he got Kargil. Modi went to Lahore, he got Uri, Pathankot. What did we achieve? We cheered on for Pakistanis when they came to IPL in 2008, thinking that this will be a cultural bridge. What happened? 26/11 happened. How many times have Indians given Pakistan a fair chance, and how many times it has backstabbed? Manmohan Singh went out of his way, arranged for a high diplomatic meet at the India-Pakistan semi-final in 2011. You had terrorist attacks in 2012. Tell me where this delusion comes from. Is there some secret club where to get accepted, you have to write such applications, sign such applications that dekho, we stand for Aman Ki Arsha? Look, you've tried this for 80 years. Be pragmatic. They are out there to kill your people. गज़वे हिंद की वो बात करते हैं. आप यहाँ पर बैठ के कविताएं और couplets सब कहीं क्या-क्या सुना रहे हैं. The younger generation won't tolerate this nonsense. I'm sorry. This is all crappy nonsense that needs to be discarded.
So, Sab, who will take guarantee for Pakistan? Today, chalo, if India says, okay, based on these 117 signatures, let's go ahead and establish some kind of talks with Pakistan. My question is, who will take guarantee for Pakistan? आप लोग लेंगे guarantee, क्योंकि betrayals में Pakistan is number 1, and we have a long history from 80 years to show us that.
Pakistan civil society members have been coming forward, and they will, my hope is that in future they will come in a bigger number forward for dialogue and discussion as the ultimate remedy to problems. We must live by hope rather than lose hope and contribute to tensions in the world.
साहब चलती कहाँ है सिविल सोसाइटी की? वहां पे तो शहबाज शरीफ की नहीं चलती, वहां तो एक ही आदमी की चलती है.
See, for a time you will have difficulties, but ultimately Pakistan society matters quite a lot. Whatever is the level of their freedom of press, but so many things appear. Sometimes I feel flabbergasted to see Pakistan papers writing so openly against the government and explaining human values. I feel that time that whatever the limit of that freedom of press in Pakistan, I welcome that. So therefore, I have not lost hope. People are people.
Sir, your hope in humanity and Pakistan is touching.
Thousands of people who want peace.
Your idealism is touching, and your faith in Pakistan and its leadership is touching as well. Yes, we should never lose hope. Lekin hope kisse ye to dekh lijiye. Tushar wants to come in. I think Tushar wants to say something to you. So
what he calls some difficulties means some deaths. वो यहाँ के लोगों को मार रहे हैं. डिफिकल्टी वो है पाकिस्तान के साथ. यहाँ कोई कहा सुनी नहीं हो रही है. They are killing our people. You know the problem with people like Saifuddin Sos, they have an inflated sense of their own opinion. They think that what they hope for is how the world moves. India's geopolitical future cannot be tied to what the likes of Saifuddin Sos hope for. That's immaterial. And इनको इतना प्रेम है पाकिस्तान से, इतनी ह्यूमैनिटी है इनके लिए, पाकिस्तान के लिए, वहां जाके उनसे रिश्ते बनाए ना अपनी प्राइवेट कैपेसिटी में.
प्रेम उनको ही नहीं है.
Indians to do so. नहीं Indian state to do so.
तुषार, you're being unfair. प्रेम सिर्फ उनको नहीं है. मनीष बारियार, please come in here. प्रेम तो RSS को भी है. Because RSS is saying exactly what Mr. Saifuddin Sos is saying. And not one RSS leader, multiple RSS leaders. I am just going to put the quotes out so that you can't contradict me, Manish Pariyar.
No, it's not like that. I think what is important is how the government is thinking. The government of the day is very, very clear that these talks cannot go with terror. And see, the reality, I think that has to be seen. Can the political leadership of Pakistan, as well as the civil society, which Mr. Saifuddin Soz is talking about, are they really empowered to take these forward? In fact, the recent statement of Bilawal Bhutto is that, all these politicians of Pakistan, they keep talking about nuclear, our right to, attack India, and we would look at water is like an attack to India, so we are going to use nuclear weapons. Now, I don't know what these people are doing, how they are thinking, and how far they are from the reality. Pakistani politicians are very clear. We are going to nuke India. Now, in this circumstance, you are going to really, in fact, talk. And I have a suspicion that this Indus Water Treaty, the conference that has happened, and after that, these strong statements, these are alibi for some mischief. Because, it's slowly and steadily, the entire roar is going up.
No,
so we don't know.
Then Gita, but is the RSS also up to some mischief? Because the RSS, as I say, is saying exactly what these 17 peaceniks are saying.
Shreya, thank you for having me on your program. But I think I would like to put forth a few points in front of you. You see, first of all, RSS has always said that we do not have any, inputs into the foreign policy. But yes, and that has already been said by Hossabaleji, that the doctrine that has been followed by the Prime Minister, it already has many ingredients which include the the thought process of the RSS, which it has towards worldview. And in this context, I am trying to remember Bajpayee ji, because Bajpayee ji said that we can change our friends, but we cannot change our neighbors. That's the irony. Now, at the same time, if you see the statements that have been given, very categorically, it has been said that the governments in Pakistan for long have been terror supportive governments, and the foremost priority for any government which is of the day or the previous government should always have been to protect the sovereignty and safeguard the country. But at the same time, the point is that if there is any hope, because 8 decades back, we were one country, and we had same culture, and still in many pockets the same culture is there. But if there is any hope, it is not from the government. It cannot be, because the way these governments have been, the previous governments have been there.
That is
the people, to the non-state actors who can.
That is nuance you are giving it. But that is now not how it has been understood by the rest of the country, because the RSS in all its communications, as far as Pakistan is concerned, has been very consistent. Imran Ahmad Ali, would you want to come in here? Because the conspiracy theory is this is the government testing waters. When the RSS speaks, they are not firing, arrows in the dark. There is some tacit understanding with the government, ki theek hai, bol ke dekh lo, and see how people react. Is that what your sense is as well?
Shreya, see, we come from a country where a father of a nation is Mahatma Gandhi, and we come from principles of peace and non-violence. So it is but natural that after a few years, after we've recovered from various things that Pakistan's up to, we try our hand at peace. Now that is inherently the people who we are, at least some of us. When we talk about Pakistan, this is the country that the United States actually went and caught Osama bin Laden. And in a few years, their memorandum of understanding with Iran says or is from the Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding. So whether two countries can move forward, yes, they can move forward. Whether they should, yes. However, we have to also consider that this is not backed by the government. I personally do not feel this is backed by the government. This is generally a citizens' initiative, which in a democratic country, everyone is clearly entitled to do. So whether they could, whether they should, that is entirely up to them, and that is why they've spoken up. When we look into history, you see the instances of France and Germany. Today, they're part of the Schengen, and I don't know any one of us who've been into that region has not helped but wonder that look at these 27 odd countries, if I'm correct, and now Ukraine wanting to join into the Schengen countries. Now, you see the cooperation between the ease of travel, ease of business. Now, in a utopian world, should it be like that for us and our neighbors? Yes, it should be. Whether it can be, only time will tell.
Okay.
Whether initiatives like this can be made, should be made. However, this is not to be arm twisted. The Indian government cannot be arm twisted into these understandings.
No.
Whether dialogue should happen, yes.
Okay. Tushar, I'll give you the last word here. there is also a certain degree of hypocrisy here. Talks nahi karenge, peace table pe nahi aayenge, we will diss any initiative that peaceniks take, but cricket hum khelenge. So delusional to wo bhi hai na. Delusional to even that is delusional then.
Absolutely. If, I had it my way, I would make sure the ICC and the Jay Shah kicks out Pakistan from the ICC altogether. But I find some arguments very odd that once we have recovered from what Pakistan has done, let's give peace a chance. It's like हमने सर पे गोली खा ली है, अब जो हमारे आसपास के लोग बचे हैं वो जाके they should prepare themselves to be shot at. I don't get this argument because with Pakistan, my sole problem has always been this. Indian government, every government across party lines, they all have given Pakistan an opportunity to deal with, to come to the table to talk about peace. But something within Pakistan, the institutions or whatever runs it, they do not like to act like humans, so we cannot treat them as humans. It's that simple.
Ahmed Ayaz, I'll give you the last word. We lost your connection for a bit. You've joined us back again. Go ahead, please.
Shreya, India and Pakistan has been in conflict since long, right from almost 1947. You cannot continue in a conflict indefinitely. Better late than ever if some initiative has been taken by some citizens, even if privately, not the official. Well, that looks to be a welcome step, and we must encourage that. Why? Because after all, in peace you have the progress. How many fights we have? How many wars we have fought in a way? And then how many lives are lost this side also. So the point is to give a peace a chance, and we as an India, we as a big brother, I think we must encourage it and take an initiative. And it is good that some of the people have come out.
We don't need the peace with Pakistan is, I think, the limited point that is being made, because we are perfectly fine in the situation that we are in. No war, no peace with Pakistan. Because the moment you bring them to the talks table, kuch gadbad karenge wo log. They want something from us, which is water. We don't want anything from them at this point of time. Let their government take an official initiative. We'll probably look at it after that. We'll leave it there for the moment, gentlemen and ladies. Thank you very much for joining us here on the broadcast. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, a quick break. News and updates continue right here. Do stay with us.